like you said, I completed my PGY1 at Kaiser. While I was at Kaiser doing my residency, I had the opportunity to do some offsite rotations at UCSF. And so that was kind of my exposure at UCSF. So I personally did liver transplant with David Kwan here at UCSF back in 2007. And so, during that rotation, David kind of gave me some mentorship and said, like, hey, there's some opportunities to work here. This is something that you're be interested in. You should apply in your. That's kind of how I, got my first position at UCSF about many years ago. And while you're here at UCSF, you're practicing at the highest level, right? And so, that's kind of the next step is to get board certified. So that was kind of my goal was to get board certified. And so after residency, I don't know if actually this is still a criteria because it's been so long since I've taken the first time. But I believe it used to be BCPS, you had to either have 3 years of work experience to be able to sit for it or 1 year residency. So that's kind of how I don't know if this is the answer.
Yeah. And so do you think that completing a residency made you a more competitive applicant for other opportunities?
Definitely, it did. Again, it's a very different time. It's like, I guess, almost 20 years ago as well. So I would say at that time, it was not a very strong requirement to do residency to go into practice even in the acute care setting. I would say now you would probably need to do a residency if you want to be considered for a position. So I'm also, I wear many different hats. So I do practice on the general medicine service. I also practice in our anticoagulation clinic. I'm also one of our, clinical supervisors and I oversee the medicine and cardiology service. And so, for example, cardiology service, if I had an opening, if you didn't have a PGY, not only a PGY1, if you didn't have a PGY2 specialty in cardiology, I might even consider your CV when I'm looking at interviewing for an open position. So it is very competitive in current times.